Real quick update this morning, Sunday morning, wrapping up the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. Wow, was that a fantastic UT A&M game? I lived in Austin, Texas from 96 till about, I don't know, about a little over a year and 4 or 5 months ago. Still a UT fan. And then my other team that I root for is the Minnesota Gophers. They beat Wisconsin. So it looks like both Gophers will get into a bowl game. I went to University of Minnesota for 3 weeks, and I was taking political science. And way back in the 80s, even the teachers told me, hey, just so you know, the highest grade we're ever going to let you get in our class is about a C. Uh, we don't align with your thinking, if you know what I mean. And then, boy, has that ever gone on more and more at all the colleges and universities around the United States. So anyhow, I was like, okay, I better go to this private aviation college, even though it's going to be expensive. I'll find a way, and that's what I ended up doing. But I still watch the Minnesota Gophers to this day. I don't know, just how it is, good old Minnesota. They played in snow, so it was a fun game to watch against Wisconsin. Okay, let's talk about some huge updates. My programmer has been a little distracted going on 10 days now. He's been having to travel back and forth from one area to another, taking care of some family unannounced. That is now done. And now he's back on full tilt status. I have a custom indicator that's taking way too long that we're wrapping up for one of the group that wanted something custom. We're going to wrap that up. Should have that wrapped up today. The mom strat update, where we're updating it to the AIQ strat, where we're adding the scalp dots automation mode, trying to get that done today. Worst case scenario, tomorrow. At least now my programmer is no longer distracted with, important stuff, family stuff. Tradestation tools. We had to add, I don't know what you call it. I know in like MT4, MT5 back in the day, we used to call it, what did we call that? Additionals? Or there was something, sometimes we had to add a file so that the indicator we loaded would work. Includes. We had to do something like that in Tradestation, which my programmer has never had to do to be able to get the super bands to work. As I mentioned in the past, I want the super bands in Tradestation. I'm going to use Tradestation as my home to do my longer term trading so I can trade automated and I can trade back and forth from one side of the bands to the other in portfolio trading. I might do a little futures trading, but I could do ETFs and other things too. So we had to build something that's kind of like an include to insert and have a part of Tradestation for Tradestation to be able to operate the super band. So that added about 12, 14 days we've been working on that. And he showed it to me on his Tradestation charts, and it's now working. So it looks like we can get into the final, and all we've been doing is we just had one set of bands. We just wanted to get them running. Then we can go to the two sets and have the super bands, because I will be launching a version of the super bands with some other tools on Tradestation for those that are trading their own accounts or want to do portfolio trading. And it's been very costly getting that done. I'm about 3 times overrun on my costs to get the tools there because we couldn't get the super bands to plot right. And then between my programmer and some other references that I contacted, they basically steered us in the right direction and have that now. So at some point this week, maybe by the end of the week, I should have the initial set of Tradestation tools up and running, and I will be marketing them on a standalone website. I might put them on proptradingindicators.com website. I'm thinking that's the website I'm going to use. I was thinking of using a Tradestation-centric website. Right. And then I thought, nah, I don't think I'm going to do that. I'd rather just put them on a website that can cover a range of items and then put a a TradeStation specific tab on the website and put the TradeStation tools on that website kind of in its own area. So I'm pretty sure I'll put everything on proptradingindicators.com. That's basically a website that my programmer has, and it has good organic SEO search capabilities. So I've even seen some viability where somebody could run something on TradeStation and copy that out to a prop account. I never knew that capability was there. And I found a couple traders actually doing it by digging into where TradeStation traded. I about fell over. I didn't even know that capability was there. So for those of you that are really big into trading your own personal account, and maybe you're sick of Thinkorswim, TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, like I was, where I shut down my accounts this year and basically emptied out those accounts, needing a new home, trade longer term stuff. Because I definitely advocate when you're trading fully automated or trading manual and you're making money in prop accounts, you should be taking a high percentage of that money and putting it somewhere that's longer term, very conservative. So let's say the prop trading thing goes south in a year and a half because of regulators or whatever, the firms disappear, you at least are paying yourself every payout somewhere to, account for all your efforts and resources that you put into it. So yeah, TradeStation tools at some point later next week or the week ahead, I'll populate a page there on my programmer's website that's all dedicated to TradeStation tools. And because I don't want to manage a website for just TradeStation stuff, I just don't have the time to do that. So anyhow, all the back end will be all automated for that. So there isn't really a lot of admin work that I'll have to do with, offering tools for the TradeStation crowd. So that's kind of a big update. Getting lots of emails on pivot point-based trading, the beautiful thing for the Algo IQ group. When we have this AIQ strat and the ability to trade scalp trades, you'll basically be able to trade the pivot point trading style exactly. Matter of fact, I'm seeing a lot of settings with scalp dots where I can actually sometimes get into a trade a bar or two earlier than using the PPG indicator from the Pivot Point Trading Launch Group, depending on settings and time frame used and candle. So yeah, so they're going to be very, very well targeted programs. One standalone program coming out of beta, and then the Algo IQ group now getting the benefit of any and all optimization and forward testing work translated over to running pivot point trading style fully automated for intraday trading, position trading, most of the day, half the day position trading, up to swing trading. You can do it all with the AIQ tools, and that'll be a massive enhancement and additional value add to that program. So there you have it. Yeah, but if you have any questions on anything, just shoot me an email, info@gridalgo.com. And I just wanted to give a quick update. We're getting really close now on the AIQ strat and the additional automated mode to trade scalp dots fully automated. Getting the TradeStation tools done, and then there was a custom build indicator that every time it seems like my programmer and I go to work on it to wrap it up, he has to go run off and handle something. That's happened like 5 or 6 times in the last 10, 11 days. And it's kind of slowed things down. But he's done with that and ready to hit it hard today and through the week ahead. Have a fantastic Sunday, and we'll be back to hitting the markets tomorrow. And what is the date today? 30. Yeah, so tomorrow is already December 1st. So yeah, we're already coming into December and Christmas a little over 3 weeks ahead. Okay, everybody, have a great morning. Talk to y'all later.